All right, here we go. I am back. I usually aim for 1 lemon per cup of cream of wheat or rava, which is what we refer to cream of wheat as. I love my cheapy Braun juicer, electric juicer. Very simple to use. I just keep it right by my stovetop and counter every morning. I juice lemons. You know that. I believe in lots of lemon and vitamin C in your day-to-day. And what I want to also tell you I'm working on is making something out of the rinds. The rinds can be extremely, extremely nutritious too. They're well washed. I always wash everything and I scrub it down with a little brush that I use. What is this? Oh, yes, here we go. Let's put that over here. But this is how I kind of set up my wash area. And then I'm going to save these rinds because I'm going to do a achar or a pickled lemon rind recipe. So I'm just going to experiment with it. I'm sure it'll come out great, but that's going to be for later. But I have 2 lemons juiced in my juicer. And now let's go ahead and pull this out and take it over to the stovetop where I've got everything set up and prepped. See, when I don't have help in my events, I'm not always all that organized. This is real me. I've got my pan nice and cleaned. What I did was I took a little bit of tin foil, aluminum, or aluminum as we say in the West, and I just take a little tiny piece, that's what this was in here, and I put it on the side of my reusable. These I wash in my washing machine, and I'll put it right under here, and I'll just scrub my pans down that can handle that kind of scrubbing, and look how beautiful it looks. Just a simple tool, and you can reuse your scrubbers. You should not be using those ones that clog the environment up, those yellow with the green. I used to use those and throw them out. Don't do that. Throw them in your washing machine and reuse every little tool you can in your kitchen. We've got some coconut oil going in. I've just got this. Great for cooking. Premium oil, Nature's Way. Use whatever you would like on your end. And this is a recipe where coconut oil is going to be great. I'm going to turn this down to a medium high, maybe a medium low. And now I want to grab my mustard seed and put some in. It is going to pop out, so I need to get my lid. Sorry folks, you are just literally cooking with me as I scramble to figure this all out with kids home and their demands and craziness. And I'm just going to go ahead and throw in about a 1/4 teaspoon probably. That's a little more than I probably need, but I like a little extra mustard seed. And let's turn the heat up a tiny bit. We're going to let it pop. And that is when you know all of your beautiful mustard seed is nice and ready when it pops. Okay, let's pull out the spatula with the longer handle, and we'll keep it right over here on the side. All right. See, look, it's sizzling. It's not quite popped yet, but it will. And remember, for Upma, I've grabbed all my little leftover knickknacks, whatever fresh you've got about to go bad in that fridge, pull it out. These carrots, my daughter was so excited about chopping them up, never used them or didn't finish them. This is cilantro that's about to go bad. I'm gonna just use it up. That's what Fridays are for, right? I mean, weekends, even though it feels like one day is just kind of flowing into the next these days, it's okay. Use up whatever you've got. Minimize the amount of times you have to go out and go to the grocery store. And this is nice and popped. There we go. Let's move it around a little bit. Do you hear that sizzle? And the pop. Love it. It is releasing all of its essential oils. Let's go ahead and put in your onion. chili, and ginger. If I had my curry leaves, I would put them in now. I don't. I'm not really sure where they are right now. They're in my fridge somewhere probably. I'll find them as soon as I'm done, right? Typical. We'll just mix this up. This is a tadka too. Remember tadka, T-A-R-D-K-A or T-A-R-K-A. And we're gonna just infuse our beautiful oil with all of that. And we're gonna go ahead and put some carrots in because I like my upma with carrots. Should we just use it all? Because I don't feel like putting that back in the fridge. Let's just use that. It looks so pretty with the orange color. I would love it when I would go to India and my family, which hails from North India, would make upma for breakfast. It's just such a great breakfast dish, which is why I think South Indian food took a little while to really truly catch on in the West, because most don't realize all these are real dosa, upma, all this, they're breakfast foods. And so there was a little bit of a marketing sort of catch up. And I think it started to really catch up when we realized we didn't want to have as much gluten in our day-to-day. And you could use things like dosa and whatnot to replace the gluten. Now, this is rava or cream of wheat. You see, you still are getting that gluten wheat, but you could have used cream of rice if you'd wanted to. So let's just heat this up. And now I want to put in my cashews. These are raw, unsalted cashews. Did you know that if you go and you purchase the broken cashews from the supermarket, you will already save yourself $1, if not more. So they are going to charge you more for the whole. And I prefer the broken down in here. I buy them like that because I will soak them and make cashew cream usually. So I don't need the whole cashews for that. Another great way to use your nuts is to take them and spray them with a little bit of oil. Put on some of our Indian apple pie chai masala or whatever masala you want. Stick it in the oven and bake them or toast them on the stovetop. Let them cool down. And that's just great to eat with a glass of scotch or a beer. I'm gonna pull up the heat on this. All right, so we've got this cooking up. And now all we're gonna do is add in our pre-roasted cream of wheat or rava. That was 2 cups. And we're gonna go ahead and mix this up beautifully. Some people may throw that lemon juice in now. I like to wait till the very, very end. Look how pretty that looks. And then I'm gonna put in some salt. Again, this is how I typically cook for myself when I'm not measuring, so you'll have to figure out the salt. Probably about a teaspoon or 2, a little bit of red chili powder. There you go, not too much. Remember, you can sub any crunchy veggie in here. You got leftover whatever, put it in, cook it up. And this is gonna get nice and hot. Remember, it was 2 cups cream of wheat, so I'm gonna go over here and get my 4 cups water. I'm gonna double up on the water. I do not like upma when someone has not dry roasted it first because it becomes very soggy, and that is not super delicious to me. So we're gonna go ahead and it's always important to toast it first. This is the tough part. So what's gonna happen is I'm gonna turn the heat off just because this will splash. And I'm gonna go ahead and let's sit here like this. All right, we'll let it balance. Typically I'd have my other hand, but we're gonna let it balance and just go ahead and put this in slowly. It does give you a little bit of a kickback because it's so hot. Once you got it in, turn the heat back on and let it cook up and soak up all that water. And that's all it is, folks. It's gonna cook, let it come to a boil, cover it up, let it simmer down. And then at the very, very end, we will go ahead and add in our lemon juice. I like it very lemony, so I did 2 cups. It's already kind of boiling. So go ahead and put the lid on, let it sit, and then we'll have a photo for you once it's done. All right, enjoy. I hope you make upma soon. It is so delicious and just the perfect comfort food for these times as we're all quarantined and at home. And let me give you a sneak peek. This is gonna splash, because it always does, but that's it, cooking away. Oh my God, that made up a lot. So when this is all done, I'll save some and hopefully we can share a meal together once we're all out and about dealing with our normal lives again. All right, bye, talk to you soon.